Hi there, and a warm welcome to another episode of Today's Parent, where we connect you with experts and provide you with information to make your parenting journey a bit more easier. Talking about making it a bit easier, especially during the holidays, we want to keep your kids engaged in a fun way so that whatever they learned in school is not something that they totally forget about. There's a way that we can keep our kids engaged during the holidays in a fun way and keep them learning. In studio today, we have Lucy Njeri, who's a teacher, who's going to share pointers with us on how we can keep our kids engaged during the holidays, teens, as well as the young ones and the teenagers if possible. Welcome to the show. Lucy.
Yes.
Very nice to have you.
Thank you.
We are now, off season, the kids are at home, and being the last quarter of the year, a lot of parents are wondering what to do with the kids at home because the holiday, especially at the end of the year, is way longer compared to the other terms.
It's especially a challenge now in our career world where we have to work both mom and dad.
Yeah.
And during our age, mom used to stay home, or you have an uncle at home or someone, but now we have nannies. What I love to tell parents, educate your nannies too, because those are the people who are spending a lot of time with your child.
So number one, what you can emphasize on at this point in time is we need to educate our helps.
Yes.
How do we do that?
By empowering them.
How?
Don't restrict them to the kitchen or washing alone. You want your child to learn, and this is someone who is spending about half of your day with the child, the whole day. Yeah,
that's
actually, it's the whole day.
That's true.
Some of us come at home at 9 p.m. The baby is already asleep. So the only day you'll see your baby is on Sunday. So if you don't empower this person, the one you're leaving your child with during this holiday, that's when you'll find children shrubbing, children saying vulgar things that you don't advocate in your house.
Yeah.
So if you don't sit down with that nanny and educate that nanny and tell that nanny your expectations for your child, I think if you work in a teamwork with her, you'll have the best holiday ever.
Speaking from a mom's point of view, to have a team with my help.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that nanny is there for that child, not for the funny child.
I agree.
It's for that child.
I agree.
So I'd rather find a nanny with a messed up house, but my baby is well kept, emotionally, academically, all those aspects that you're looking, the holistic growth of a child at home.
Okay.
Now you don't have a teacher at home.
No.
You don't.
But I have the help.
You have the help.
So when I'm choosing a help, I need to get a help who
can understand. There are people who haven't gone to school, but they can understand when you tell them slowly. So if you sit down with your help and tell them, I want my child to learn this program, help my child with this homework. So what you do is just follow up, because you can't quit work because of that.
Why do I feel like I'm delegating my role?
No, you're not. That's what I'm saying, you're following up. Today I've given an exercise. I want my son to color this color. Who will observe the nanny who will observe the child when I'm not at home. So you tell the nanny, leo mtoto akicheza akale hapa.
So one thing you can do is you can leave small assignments at home for the child to do while you're away.
Yes. Okay. The same way you'll tell your nanny, mimi leo nataka mtoto akicheze hadi masaa, tusome hadi hii masaa. You see, you're working together with the help and your absentia. So whenever you call, sai ni saa sita, amekula, amemaliza ile kukala, you see, you're following up with the nanny. Unlike someone who haven't told the nanny anything. So if it's Oga movie, we'll just watch.
We'll Oga the whole day. All right. Okay. What other pointers can you share? Especially, let's start with the young children. How do we keep them engaged in a fun way during the holidays?
I'll start maybe from ages, because I think it will work way that way.
Yeah.
The young ones, the ones who are still crawling, and a lot of activities to give them those space to develop the milestones. So maybe we go to the ones who are already walking. Don't cage your child in the house. Allow your child to move freely around the compound. Of course, you observe the safety measures. Don't let them go to the road or something. Give them a lot of coloring, scribbling, sorting maize and beans, building puzzles. Yes, Legos, they help them so much.
Okay.
Engaging them in to do hand activities. Not so much reading books and all that, to do hand, because their fine muscles are still developing.
Right.
So if you teach me how to hold my own spoon, teach me how to hold my own cup, don't do it for them so much.
So this is your 2, 3...
2 years, 1 to 2 years, the ones who are still developing.
So 1 to 2 years, a lot of activities with
A
their
lot of
hands.
activity with their hands, running, playing, rolling the carpet with them. They love that.
Would you then say for a mom at home, it would be good to come up with some sort of structure, some sort of timetable that then you say, the way you have put it before, 11 to 12, the child is coloring, 12 to 1, free time to do whatever they want and then sleep, eat. 2 to 4, they're outside in the garden, put a sand pit or something like that.
Yeah, children work well with schedules.
So even during the holidays, it would be important for us parents to have,
A
even
schedule at
if
home.
it's a play structure, we have a play timetable,
Yes.
some sort of timetable.
At home.
Right.
It's eating time, it's snacking time, it's outdoor time. Let's go to a play corner in the house, let's build castles here. It's reading time, you know, storybooks with pictures. If you start that now, the culture will never go away.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
And sleeping time, it should be normal. Don't change your sleeping time because it's on a holiday.
Even for the older kids?
Yes.
I'm sure they would not want to hear that.
They wouldn't want to be here. But you see, the challenge will come back in January. Once you want to switch back to the
They will
normal
struggle.
routine.
They'll struggle.
They'll struggle
All
in
right.
January when you need them active.
So 1 to 2 years, a lot of things they can do with their hands.
Yes.
How about 2 years onwards?
2 years onwards, a lot of reading, coloring, scribbling, joining dots, and even cartoon helps. There are good cartoons that helps with kids' speech, memory, and language.
Right.
You find a child has never gone to England, but the language, the English they are talking, it's an England English because they are getting it from the cartoons.
They speak like the
They
queen.
speak like the queen.
Right.
But this child is exposed through the TV. We have to embrace technology too. Yes. But make sure whatever you leave behind your child to watch, you've gone a preview of it. So
Yeah.
you know what they are watching.
So preview what they're watching before you then,
Very
you never tell them,
important.
I'll put for them
Yeah.
channel 362 for whichever
Very
reason. Yeah.
important. I tell parents to watch cartoons.
What's
Because
your favorite cartoon?
I have so
And
many.
I know it's not about recommending.
I have a collection of cartoons. In fact,
Okay.
I like animated movies.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I can't specify, but I know Akina Frozen,
Okay.
Moana, those things.
Right. We have the same taste. But okay.
So you really need to engage them so much. If you want them to go back to school with the same concentration, do it at home. Remember, our houses are our first schools.
That is true. Our
Yes.
houses
Are our first
are our
schools.
first schools.
A mommy, a parent is the first teacher ever.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Well put. Well put. So now we're at what age?
We are not 3
We are
to 4. We have
3
done
to
3 to
4.
4. We have done 3 to 4.
Animated movies.
Yes.
Okay.
A lot of coloring, playing,
Yeah.
play. It's very important. Water play, sand play, ball games, mingle with friends. Yes. Peer teaching also helps a lot.
I wonder when kids learn how to make friends. In school, what do you see as you're teaching them? At what point do they start making friends?
Immediately.
Even at 2 years?
Even at 0 years, we make friends. You see
Wow.
they bubbling with each other. Kids make friends so much because kids are so innocent. They don't know how to judge.
That's true.
So anybody who is talking, walking, running, we can run together. Yes. That's why you see where people have racism and all that. Kids don't really notice that.
They don't notice
They
color.
don't notice color, they don't notice
social
tribe.
class. No, they don't.
They don't notice such.
Beautiful.
So kids make friends ASAP. And they know how to maintain their friendship. And they don't know how to say, this is my best friend, this is my... So today I'll tell, who is your friend? Today my friend is so and so. Tomorrow, another name. Yeah. So if we learn from them, I think they are the best examples we can follow.
Okay.
And Jesus was right.
Amen. So we're at 4 years now.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are now 4 to 5. These are babies who can read now complex things. They can do complex storybooks. They can do a structured homework. We have so many workbooks for homework nowadays. You can get homework, delegate a page a day. That is for reading activities, maybe mathematics, English. Then every day, because I advocate for reading culture.
Every day.
Every day,
Every
you
day.
must read a page with your child.
Every day.
Every day.
Wait,
you
so
have.
this is my 5-year-old, right?
Even from 2-year-old, reading culture. You can
Okay.
start every day. You know the Rapunzel storybook. This is a this is a girl.
Yes.
She has which color?
Color
red. You've read a storybook with that. It's called picture reading, the first stages of reading. So from there, we'll start reading page by page. So I'll come, maybe my child is Christine.
Mm-hmm.
Christine, before you go to bed, we must read with you a book together. So you read together with her. Today you've read page 1, tomorrow you read page 1 and 2. The next day page 1, 2 and 3. So every day a page. By the time it's a month, you'll be done like 2-3 books.
In our culture, like you've said, we need to inculcate a culture of reading. How do you teach your child or bring it forward to your child in such a way? When we look at books, we think about school books, they are boring, it is hard, I am out of school, I don't want to read. How do you make it fun and get to change that attitude in your child to make reading fun?
Do you read as a parent?
I do.
It starts from there. Because you can't tell me to read and you're not
reading. You're not reading.
You can't tell me to read and you're watching TV. It's unfair for me. So you have to start by liking what you want them to do. Okay. Children are children. It's like monkey see, monkey do.
Right.
Whatever I see my mommy doing is the best. So if you don't read, people should not read. If you read, people should read. So it starts from you. And I'll tell parents with younger children, start with things. This is a coat. It's color white. Today we've learned color white. In the car, you can count 1 to 10. Fun, without even showing them the numbers. You can do the sounds, letters. Now you're introducing that child to read. And I've said every day it's a reading day. Start with those coloring books. Tell them you're coloring a ball. Mama, you see this is a
ball.
Can we color it? What did you color today? What did you color today? I colored a ball. Wow, now you've learned a ball. Bring a real ball. What is this? It's a ball. What did you learn today? Huh?
A ball.
A ball. No, your 2 year old has known a ball.
Right.
So tomorrow you'll spell out the word ball with your block of letters. This is how a ball is written. We start with B-A-L-L.
Really
do it
love
for
what you
me.
do.
Do it for me.
Okay.
By the end of the week, that baby can spell the word ball alone. So they have learned how to spell and to read the word ball. In a single, there's no fighting there. Haujamchapa. Mbona ukumbuki? Because kids take time to retain information.
Yeah.
I'll go in a class, teach number 1. Number 1 the whole day. We've colored number 1. We've modeled number 1. We've traced number 1. We've shown number 1 in the wall like 1,000 times. But tomorrow, ask Mama, this is number 10. But if you come back again and say, you already know 10 and you're not there, that's nice. So you come back again and say, this is number
1.
This is number, but today your name is going to be number 1. So they'll remember like that. If you make it so interesting for them, don't be so hard for them.
Right.
Yeah.
Mwalimu, you're going to take a short break. In today's episode of Today's Parent, what we are talking about is how we can make the holidays fun while putting in a bit of education and still making it fun. In studio, we have Lucy Njeri, who's been a teacher for 10 years. Online, she's much beloved for her love for children. Please make sure that you check her out and see the amazing stuff that she's doing. We are going to take a short break right now, and we'll be back right after this. Welcome back to today's episode of Today's Parent, where we are having a conversation with Lucy Njeri on how we can keep our kids busy, not only with the usual stuff that we normally do, but keeping them busy in a way that is going to engage them intellectually, mentally, emotionally, in all other ways. And as we are coming back from the break, Mwalimu, we have a question from Agri. And Agri's question is, and it's the basis of what we've been talking about, how do I keep my kids engaged during the holidays? If there's any other pointer you haven't shared, this will be a good time.
Well, nowadays there are many platforms for engaging kids, especially digital parents. We have Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram. There are so many holiday camps for kids.
So number 1, holiday camps are an option.
They're an option. Mm-hmm. Taking them to travel, maybe a week to your parents or to your sister, cousins. Getting children to bond with other children helps them so much. And if you allow me to mention, for my love for kids and traveling, we also do safaris for children.
Is that so?
Yes. It's called Toto Safari. You can check us out later.
Toto Safari.
Yes, it's a platform for just children traveling and bonding with friends where they travel, learn, and have fun.
So the pointers we'd share with parents, even before we go into the safari bit, you know, the kids, when we close school and then we take them over to our parents, to their grandparents, or ship them to the grandparents. When you have conversations with the kids, now that you work with kids, do they like going to mashambani?
Yes.
They love it?
They love it. Tell me, teacher, you know, at my shags, I played with soil.
They call it my shags.
Yes.
Right.
At Shosho's, I saw a cow.
I saw a cow.
Yes, and then I saw milk. Teacher, cow milk, you know, they learn from that.
Wow.
They learn from that. But don't let them overstay.
What is overstaying?
Overstaying is like the whole holiday they are there. They need you too. Yes, they need you as a mother, as a father. So maybe roughly 2-3 weeks enough for them.
So 2-3 weeks is good?
It's good.
Okay.
And it's good for them to be alone. Don't follow. The problem I see with us, we love our children so much. We want to like enclose them everywhere. So we have so many platforms for children. But since I, as a mother, I feel like I need to protect this child so much, you don't let them go. And I'm sure in our age, you learned because you used to go far away to look for, they used to let us be free. If we can, I know it's a dangerous world. The times now are a bit different in terms of safety. But before you do something, research on it and let your children be.
Okay.
It's not harm for your children to go to your cousins, to go to their cousins for a night, a sleepover. The bonding will be there.
Okay.
And that's what you are looking at. You are looking at children who can socialize.
Very important.
Yeah.
So option 1, you've mentioned holiday camps. And then in between that, you've mentioned sleepovers as well. What else? Though, of course, a sleepover cannot be the whole holiday, of course. But here and there, you can spice it up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We need to let these children to be independent and confident.
I agree.
I need to teach these children how to live without you tomorrow.
So would you recommend or not recommend that we do momcations?
I recommend momcations. Perfect. I'm saying as you go for your momcation, you feel relaxed, and you bond with other people.
Yes.
These children should also bond with other children. Where will they meet them if they don't travel? You understand?
I have a question for you.
Example, the school trips we go. They go and learn.
Yes.
Yeah, there are also school trips for schools. Yeah, they go and learn with the same peers without you.
Without the parents.
Yes, it's a same peer. It's a trip within Nairobi. So that baby at Mama Village or somewhere, they'll meet another child from another school.
Yeah.
They'll bond without
mom and dad.
So when that child comes and tells you, know, I met a girl from this school and you play like this, you should tick and say, oh, my baby is able to make friends.
Yes, that's very important.
Without me.
That's very, very important.
So that's why I was bringing you. We need to let our children be. You understand?
That's a good point.
We need to let them be without our scrutinizing eyes. You know, our CCTV, like, what has she done?
Yeah.
Utaanguka hapo.
Kama ako sawa.
We don't, when you are sometimes when you are with them, they don't feel free. They don't really feel that free. So their potential, some might suppress it.
Yeah.
Some might not want to explore because I'll make mommy panic.
Mwalimu, when you go on vacation with our children, what do they tell you that they don't tell us? I wonder.
Oh my God.
Are you allowed to tell us?
If I start opening those secrets,
I will leave it there.
I know so many things.
I will leave it there so you can. It's between you, of course, they talk to you in confidence. The pointers you can share with a mom or dad somewhere, because the one thing you've emphasized on, it's important for us to let them be free and be independent of us. But you have parents who are clingy, and I know when you go on vacation with them, by the time you leave the school compound, half an hour later, somebody has called you, Mumefika? 2 hours later, Wamekula? Another 1 hour later, Wanafanya? For a mother who's struggling with being, so attached to their children, what pointers can you share with them? To let go a bit.
That mom or dad is normal.
It's normal.
He or she is very normal.
Okay.
It's just like when you have your gold chain, you'll not walk on certain streets in town openly with it.
Absolutely.
You'll stay put on it. So these children are small treasures. But what we need to learn is just letting go bit by bit.
Okay.
First step that they do is taking them to school. some are so much like, hayuko ready, wacha afike 4 years.
Yeah.
Akifika 4 years, wacha afike 4.5. You know, but when you let them go the first day in school, that's a stepping stone for you. The second thing is not like panicking and any cry. Children have learned at so much. They know at so much. So whenever I shout like this, I know mommy will come running. Whenever I do like this, I know daddy will stop doing what they are doing to come and
attend to you.
Yeah. Sometimes it's good to be just a little bit hard, but not so hard. Hard in a gentle way. So you look with the sad eye and you know things are okay. If you are not okay, you know how to handle it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You know, we totally deviated from, you are sharing pointers, you reached age 5 of how we can keep our kids engaged. What can you share between 6 to 10, the much older kids, how we can keep them entertained during the holidays in a fun way?
I still emphasize on a schedule, a timetable. It works so well.
Okay.
When you have a timetable, like this time is reading time, be specific. No, these ones are older, be specific. This time is for this lesson.
Yeah.
This time is for this lesson. You can relax up to this time. Expect you to do this. And then engage them in house chores.
So for the older kids, incorporate house chores as well.
As early as 3 years. There are simple things like remove that cup from
take it to the kitchen.
Yeah, house chores. So like a 10-year-old should be able how to wash, you know how to wash the utensils, dust the floor, you know, sweeping and all that. Making their own bed. A 4-year-old can do that.
So even now you can encourage parents. It's not something that we were doing way back when. Even now, we need to get our kids involved in house chores.
Yes, we really need to make them and put duties like, baby, so your work is in the kitchen. Make sure those dishes are clean this week. You are the one who is responsible for the kitchen. You are responsible for the sweeping. Of course, there's someone who will come and tidy up well.
Right.
But don't do it in front of them. So if I've washed my socks and it's not clean, let me just hang it and hang it at night, wash it well and hang it back.
And we celebrate it either way.
Well whatever done. Milestone you've done, we should even hold a party for you. But how to encourage them to do it better. Don't scold them because someone broke a cup. Don't scold them because someone poured water where you don't want. Why? Oh, you poured water here. Nice. Can you wipe it now? See, when you're wiping, you can tell them the dangers of pouring water there.
Yeah.
When you step on this water, you can slide and fall like that. And then,
so you make them teachable moments.
Yeah. But engage them in house chores activities.
Okay.
House chores.
Right.
Yeah.
So you also deal with pre-teens, not your teens, your 10-year-olds, 13-year-olds and below, 11-year-olds and below?
Yeah, up to around 15.
What activities can you advise parents? Up to 15.
Wow. You know, nowadays our 15-year-olds are like small adults. You know, I know my rights.
Very true.
You really need, it starts now. If your foundation was good, that's how I'm starting from down there. If it's good, you'd be able to have someone who can communicate and agree on things maturely without fighting. I have a 7-year-old son. We talk things out like, I want you to do this and this. He tells me not now. I ask him why not now. You know, we come up talking. So by the time this son of mine is at 15 years old, we'll be knowing how to communicate without fighting.
Yeah, and resolve a conflict.
Yes.
Right.
Because as you remembered when we started, I told you these are little human beings. They have feelings too. They have moods. Sometimes they just wake up and I don't feel like doing anything at all. We also have bad days.
That is true.
Yes.
That's true.
So kids also have bad days.
Okay.
So these teens, there are people who are going maybe to early secondary years, Form 1, Form 2, Class 8, Class 7, Class 6. These are grown-ups.
Yeah.
Treat them as grown-ups. Not per se give them those freedom of this and this.
But treat them as adults.
Treat them as adults.
Okay.
So your timetable, is it followed? If it's not followed, have meaningful consequences whenever someone does something.
Right. Boredom. I know you get a lot of your students who tell you, Mwalimu, we are bored. And then you can imagine now with the holidays, the kids telling the parents at home, Mom, I am bored. And then a parent starts panicking, what do I do with this child? And this is just week 2. What do I do with this child during this whole time? What are the pointers you can share with parents on dealing with boredom?
Boredom comes from monotonous routine. It's just waking up, I brush my teeth, I read. Nothing exciting.
Yeah.
So, as I said, there are so many activities nowadays during the weekends. There are music classes in point A, there's a ballet class in point B. There are so many activities which are happening. We can engage our children in those activities.
Right.
So maybe this week it's home time. So next week, if you guys are good, imagine I have a surprise for you. You'll do music. Who wants to do music? Me, I don't want music.
So something to look forward to.
Yeah, me, I don't want music. I want ballet. Are you sure you want ballet? Okay, something like that. Next week, we do ballet. But also talk with them. If it's expensive, tell them, but I can't do for 3 weeks. You do for one. In
because
in
that's
a way,
the
then
it can be very expensive.
yeah, they'll understand. They'll understand. Hey, mommy rewarded me for 1 week.
Yeah.
And it's because of this and that.
Okay. Mwalimu,
Yes.
your final pointers as you're winding up, how we can keep our kids engaged in a fun and educative way during the holidays.
What I can say, availability of the parents is very important.
Okay.
It doesn't matter is how many minutes. Engage, play with your child. Make sure every day you bond with your child. Every day, make it 30 minutes,
Right.
1 hour. Make sure that child doesn't go to bed without your good night. It really helps them so much. And keep them busy as they can. These children should work. Not the labor of going, but they should start working in your house.
Right.
Give them chores. Don't leave them to the house managers and all that. Tell them, I need this straightened up and this done that. And
Right.
let your children be. Let them be. Yes.
Thank you, Mwalimu.
Karibu
Thank you
sana.
so much for coming to share.
Thank you.
And with that, we come to the end of today's episode of Today's Parent. And what Mwalimu has mentioned, Lucy Njeri, that the first school in a child's life is in your home. And as we're enjoying the holidays, that the children always strive better with structure. So make sure you put in structure, put in activities that they're going to enjoy. And for you, make sure you put aside time so you can spend quality time with them. It's time for you to bond with them and make those memories. I hope you enjoyed today's show. I have been your host, Christine Kasina. We've been here in studio at Little Cribs, the home of fun, exciting, and durable kids furniture. If you're looking for parenting resources, go to www.supermamas.co.ke. I know some of you have missed episodes of this exciting show. Head over to Switch TV YouTube channel and you'll find this amazing show and other episodes that you have missed. We thank you for your time and look forward to having you next time. Thank you.